We're going to go double Mazzella. Oh, double Mazzella. I'm a tactical genius. Oh, look at me, a tactical genius. Right, fellas. So as I said, we're taking on Bradford Park Avenue in the first part of this episode. Bottom of the league. Bradford Park Avenue, my dad. And then Ashton United in the FA Cup third qualifying round. Instead of taking on Farsley. Because cup qualifying, if we can make it through this round, the next round is the fourth qualifying round. Okay, so we're getting closer to having a decent run. The first episode you saw, Chester and Guiesley, actually did quite well, much better than I expected. And then we took on some big teams. Boston really did a number on us. They were so much better than we were. Then we took on Darlington, and unfortunately our ball-winning midfielder got himself sent off. He has not been great. Ben Friel, not the best signing in the world, which is fine. We then took on Leamington, and we beat Lelujo's Leamington 1-0. Jack McKay get himself on the score sheet for the second time in the league season, which was actually pretty. I was happy. Then against Gloucester, we really didn't do very well. We got away with it. But new signing, I don't think you've seen him, Alex Bonington. He's a pretty good striker. Came off the bench and scored the equaliser for us, which was spiffy. Then we took on Hemsworth Works something or other. Miners Welfare. 5-1. Played a slightly rotated side. I substituted my goalkeeper, who substitutes our goalkeeper? I did. Jack McKay scored a hat-trick. Alex Bonington and Dominic Knowles getting on the score sheet. We have made a slight tactical tweak because of Bonington coming in. I think he's the only... we have Harrison Sona potentially coming in from Sunderland. Jez Abbey rejected a contract from joining us from Telford. And we do have Dylan Archer, who's from Hebburn, who looks mediocre at absolute best. Players that have come in since you were here last that are actually important and worth talking about. Terry Stevenson is a left back who's also able to play at left midfield or left wing. He's played a couple of games. Looks very good. And then Alex Bonington, as I said, Sheffield Wednesday striker, joined us, scored on his league debut, and he scored in the FA Cup. So he's had a pretty decent start to life at Curzon Ashton, I would suggest. League-wise, we're sitting 9th after 6 games. Okay, I was going to say Dominic Knowles, second highest goal scorer in the league so far. Bradford Park Avenue, 1 draw against Hereford. We're coming up against all the YouTube people's teams in this one. Hereford, Clayts' team from last year, I think, and the year before. 5 draws so far. Kidderminster and Darlington are unbeaten. I think we're playing one or both. Well, we've played Darlington. I think we play Kidderminster in the not too distant future. But we're going into this one with, as I said, a slightly different team to what we've been running normally. I do think we should probably start this game not in cautious, but in kind of a more like positive light. So Renshaw is going to be starting in goal. Challoner, Flowers, Wilson and Waters as our back four. Curran, Friel and Daly as the midfield. And then McKay is playing as a wide target man because it worked in the game against the Hemsworth Miners Welfare or something like that, whatever it was. Knowles and Bonington are going to be playing up front. Bonington is best as a poacher or a kind of supporting pressing forward, so we'll potentially play him there. Knowles plays best as a poacher. I don't really want to have 2 poachers. Played him as an advanced forward. He wasn't great. Dale Whittam is on the transfer list at the request of my director of football, I think. Maybe it was Joe Gamble. I can't remember. Someone told me to do it. And this Journeyman save is all about what my staff tell me to do. I just played the matches. I just put a team out and we see what happens. I'm slightly terrified that We're going to lose Wilson because he's on a non-contract. I think Dominic Knowles, who's our captain, is also on a non-contract. So it would not be ideal for us to lose either of those players. But we'll see what happens. Renshaw, our first highlight, 5 minutes in. Bradford, not having the best of seasons, it has to be said so far, obviously. 1 point from 6. Not ideal for them. They're going to win today's game. Wilson, my friend. That was terrifying. Friel, I'm playing him as, I was going to say, as a more advanced player. He's playing as a ball-winning midfielder today. We're bringing, Bonington hits a defender. We're playing Daly as a Mazzella, which I'm sure he's played many times before. Gianluca Havern is after picking up a booking. 15 minutes in, Waters with a free kick. Absolutely rifles it off the wall. And then takes quite a speculative shot and does pretty well. That wasn't a million miles away. Unfortunately, Bradford have a free kick of their own. And thankfully, their centre-back, who's on a booking, puts it over. Knowles finds Curran. Big cross. Couldn't find anybody. That's one thing we're lacking slightly is, a player who can cross. Luke Rawson has just scored the opening goal of the game. Bradford have taken the lead. This is not the way I was expecting this to go. Don't want to watch it again because it was an absolute bullet of a shot. We have had 2 half chances to their 1 half chance, but we still have a 0.51 XG each. So we're close. Waters with the throw to absolutely nobody. That is a non-league throw, if I've ever seen one. And Bradford are going to go 2 up just before half. Oh, last ditch defending. Dominic Knowles picks it up, doesn't find McKay. McKay was an awful lot more influential in the last game, as you'd imagine. The other team we're playing against wasn't great. We are getting absolutely demolished. Bradford have had 10 shots and 3 on target. We've had 5 shots, 1 on target. I'm going to thrash my arms. I'm going to point my finger. Actually, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. I'm going to point my finger at everyone and tell them that I'm disappointed in them. You're not good enough in the final third. Everyone's just not playing all that well. Curran and Friel not having the best games. I might actually try Friel as a box-to-box midfielder. We just do away with this ball-winning midfielder nonsense. Maybe have Curran, or do we just push Curran forward and go to a 4-2-4? Yeah. I'm going to actually make McKay an inside forward. I'm making lots of changes. This is, anybody who's watching, and this is the first time seeing a Football Manager video, this is not how you do success. Normally you make one change and see how it goes. I've made several. Knowles puts it across. Bonington heads it down to McKay. McKay's corner or cross doesn't work out. Friel finds Chalonur. Smashes it off the crossbar, because of course he does. And McKay's cross attempt wasn't very good. So we're just going to pretend it didn't happen. Knowles is having an absolute mare of a game. Curran is playing even worse. So we're going to encourage the lads, see if we can do something. How is Rawson allowed to just chest that down while running? Just defensively, that was not a good idea. Thankfully, Bradford haven't done a huge amount so far. They're working nicely into the box. And then they scored. Scott Beek's first goal of the season, because of course it is. He's a number 10, so he's obviously, well, if you're playing for Ireland and you're number 10, you're probably a right back. Okay, we're going to make changes. Curran, not playing well. Jack Dunn's going to come on. What do you want to be when you grow up? Are you not right foot? No, he's left footed. Okay. Inside forward, my friend. I'm going to move. Oh, my case's just going to come off. Dice. Yeah, just continue being an inside forward. Renshaw's actually playing terribly as well. This is fantastic. Fantastic. I'm going to give a team talk to these two lads. I have every faith in you to make the difference. I swapped both my wingers. Hopefully that'll assist. We've caught up a little bit with our shots, but we've not done a huge amount. I'm going to demand more. Some of the lads have enjoyed it. Waters steps up to take the corner, whips it in, and Flowers doesn't get there. Beaks looks like he had no idea what he was doing, and he's managed to get past their defence that had no idea what they were doing. Dyche manages to steal the ball away and then go straight back to Waters. Daly to Wilson. Wilson finds Bonington. Somehow Bradford get away with that. This is not ideal. This will be our first defeat on YouTube with the Curzon Ashton side. If, of course, it ends in a defeat. Dunn tries to find Challenor. Pass is a bit wayward. Another wayward pass brings non-league, my friends. This is non-league. 2 stray passes lead to a screamer of a shot. Well, a daisy cutter, but from quite a distance out. Dunn picked it up, passes it to Knowles, and he just puts it past the goalkeeper quite comfortably. All right, final change. We're going to go double Mazzella. Oh, double Mazzella. We don't really have anything that's going to make a difference, which is frustrating. Jack Dunn can move into midfield though. Dyche can go up front, and he can just be a target forward. What does Dunn want to do in central midfield? Actually, what is your passing? Are you not very passing? So we're just not going to ask him to do it. Dyche can just be there, I guess. We're just going to stop. Just keep shooting on sight. Just distribute to the target man, and we're just going to push everything forward. Offside trap. Confirm. Go. If we score now, I'll be like, do we keep this? Wilson does quite well. Done. It's booted clear. Flowers has Renshaw. Just the two of them kind of running towards each other, trying to decide who was going to do what. Dunn finds Challenor. Our changes haven't been made yet. Knowles finds Challenor. And Bonington's shot gets saved by Saltmore. Alright, fuck it. Very attacking. Encourage. We have 4 minutes. I might just skip the Ashton United game, depending. We'll see. Knowles. I'm a tactical genius. Oh, look at me, tactical genius. We went 4-3-3 and it's worked so far. Do we keep going? I think we do. I think we leave it as it is. We leave it as it is. What's the word? Oh, Knowles. Beautiful. Very attacking. Has worked out for us. We've come back to get a draw, which I suppose until we went attacking we didn't really deserve, but we've come away with a vital 2 points. I'm going to say I am proud. I am proud that the lads salvaged something out of that game. Right, fellas, so it is time to take on Ashton United. I would imagine we should win this. What league are Ashton in? Pitching in Northern Premier Division. We can beat these guys. Not a problem. They want us to play balanced. I feel like maybe this is a sign of things to come. We've made a few changes for today's game. Stephenson is going to play at left back. Whittam is going to come in for today's game because why not? And we're just going to swap Bonington and Knowles around. Knowles is going to play as an advanced forward because that's what he played quite well as in the last 20 minutes of the last game. I selected a substitute out of the matchday squad. Unfortunately, Lussey misses out. So it's fine. Stevenson is not fully match sharp, but that is fine. I'm not worried about it. Or should I? So we have Chris Renshaw being attacked by Jack Redshaw. Interesting. Shouldn't have to tell you how much today means to the fans. Do it for them. Okay, I've motivated a couple of players, which is good. Bonington is nervous. Okay, I've inspired and motivated the majority of the players. We know if we have to, we can pop into a 4-3-3. And that'll work. Oh, Jack McKay. Goal poaching like a proper poacher. He's playing as a white target man. I have him on attack this time instead of support like I did in the last match because he wasn't really involved. But he is pretty good at headers. Friel looking for McKay again. Just straight to the source. Just go straight to the tall guy. Kick it at him. Hope for the best. Curran whips in the cross and their goalkeeper actually keeps a hold of it. It's not something you see every day. Stephenson gets the ball forward to McKay. Friel playing as a box-to-box midfielder instead of a ball-winning midfielder. That dude, actually, speaking of... What a segue. Speaking of players who are joining us, like fullback Knowles, I was just about to say what a goal. That fullback that was signing from, I want to say Burton, decided against joining us because we weren't paying him enough money. Fantastic. We do have a Wigan player who's potentially joining us, so that is fantastic. Hardcastle, yeah, always saw that one going in. Generally when it goes behind the player, it's going to be a goal, unless of course it's our player taking the free kick. And Renshaw just really didn't do all that well there. We're going to go attacking. I'm going to chuck a bit of encouragement to the players. Renshaw finds McKay, Whitman. Why do you keep calling him Whitman? It's like Jamie Whittam, ex-superbike racer. I am a bike racing fan. McKay tries to find Knowles, overhits his pass. It's fine. It's fine. Martin, what a bullet of a goal kick. Lads. Okay, we've managed to regain possession. Bit of a squeaky bum time for a second there. Knowles picks it up. Puts Bonington through. Bonington smashes it past the goalkeeper. Oh, Alex Bonington with the goal. I'm not sure what that celebration was, but it was... Shildonor, who's probably one of our weakest players, with an absolute peach of a pass to Dominic Knowles, and Bonington smashes it past the keeper. And we're coming up on half an hour. And a highlight that never was. Wilson wins his header. Whittam finds Knowles. Wilson, big ball forward for Whittam, playing as a Mazzella, and he's spooned it. Absolutely spooned it. He's still playing a 7, so he is playing to get a new club. Although I think my director of football is going to want money for him, because I think he said a price of 2.5 thousand. Imagine in the lower leagues paying that much money for a player. Could not be me. Renshaw picks the ball out of the air from a decent cross. Bonington, does well to keep control of that. Curran finds Friel. Bonington finds Dominic Knowles, and it is a 3-1, my friends. I think Ashton should not have scored that goal. I think it's just angered us more than anything. Bonington gets quite lucky with the touch from Spratt. But then Curran's pass to Friel, to Bonington, to Knowles. Beautiful one-touch football. You'd swear we were Barcelona. Curran can't find Flowers. Bonington runs towards it and then runs away. Friel picks up the ball though. Sheldonor, Flowers, Sheldonor, and their keeper just beats Bonington to the ball. It's an awful lot of pinging about. Everyone's getting involved. Ashton United try and find their striker, but they can't. Knowles, speculative effort. What I would like, because we have about £8,000 in the bank now after the last lot of games, I would like to get a decent team in the next round, if we do make it there, of course. Had a Coates scores from a corner. We haven't conceded too many corner goals so far, so don't really want to watch it again though. Oh, if we go in at 3-3 at half time, because Hardcastle hits the side of the post and thankfully goes out for a goal kick. Not a great goal kick by our keeper though. He's meant to be aiming at the flanks. Not really doing that so far. Knowles, beautiful ball for Bonington. Can Bonington slip it in? He can. Just before half time, we make it 4-2. Gonna sneak a bit of praise in. 40 seconds over the allotted time. But it's fine. You know, the ball went out at some point. Shades of potential offside? I don't think so. We are flying it. Our strikers are playing really quite well. I'm happy with the number of shots so far. Keep it up. Any of our players need rests? No. We are flying. We have a couple of yellow cards. Nothing to worry about. Just 2 players. 2 players? Just 2. I thought we had more than 2. Looked like we had 3, but I'm not going to complain. 2 yellow cards. It's fine. Ashton start the second half. The first highlight with a throw. Wilson somehow manages to get the ball away. McKay finds Knowles, finds Bonington, back to Flowers. Ashton have no players forward. They're really, really trying to defend this. What an absolute belter of a cross by Curran. Knowles puts it in the back of the net, and we are 5-2 up against super non-league side Ashton United. Beautiful cross by Curran. Let's watch it again. Curran whips it in. Knowles. Beautiful. 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 Oh. Now we have Bonington and Knowles both on for hat-tricks. Stephenson gets back to pick up the loose pass, would you call it? Would you even call it a pass? I do think Flowers had the opportunity to steal the ball off Hardcastle, but doesn't. Friel comes back and does what he knows best, ball winning. Dominic Knowles just rounds everybody on the wrong side of the defender. Still manages to push the ball beyond the goalkeeper, and we've put it in the back of the net. Knowles with a hat-trick. I think this is second hat-trick. Ashton coming back with him. Does actually quite well. Maybe he shouldn't be on the transfer list. Thompson. That was unfortunate. 6-2. I think we can give the lads a little bit of praise and be like, hey, you know, you've done quite well. Both our strikers are playing perfect 10s. It's not a bad day at the office. Probably should make a few substitutions. Stephenson can come off for Waters. And can take Whittam off for Daly. Yeah, Daly. Work away by. I think we're going to bring Mahan on for Curran, just to give him a bit of a rest. Because why not? I'm going to give 3 of them team talk, pump fists, do a football, do all the football. We've 20 minutes. Obviously, we're going to pick up an injury now because I've taken 3 players off, or we're going to concede 5 goals, one or the other. Didn't make a goalkeeping change this time. Both my strikers are still on. How could this backfire? This can't go wrong. Obviously. Be nice if we could have done this against Bradford. You know? But no, we decided to do it the hard way. Just come back from 2 down. Everything's fine. They do have a player who's picked up a knock. Do one of our players? None of our players have a knock. Bonington finds Knowles. McKay. Beautiful ball for Bonington. Is he going to shoot? Of course he is. Because it's non-league. Everyone wants to take a shot. And unfortunately he's put it up. We have had 24 shots. And 11 on target. There, I think, was it 14? They've had only like 4 on target. Then again, they're super non-league. Bonington, gotta say that was pretty tasty looking. That actually looked like he meant it. He actually looked like he meant to do this. And I think that is, when you're talking about non-league, when someone looks like they mean to do something, that is ideal. Bonington, yeah, he just put his laces through it. What more could you ask for? It is 7-2. I think we can relax now. There's 40 seconds left. Knowles to Waters. Forgot about Waters on. He's picked up a booking. McKay, still playing as a wide target man. Actually getting more involved. Whips the ball in. The keeper manages just about to get there before Bonington. Waters gets the ball down. Daly getting involved. McKay to Knowles. Bonington putting Knowles through. Knowles tries the spectacular. When you're 7-2 up, why not try something spectacular? Unfortunately, their left back Harry Spratt had an absolute terrible game, but we've come away victorious. 7-2. Fantastic. That was, I have to say, lads, that was a good game. You know, proud of you. That was acceptable. It should have probably brought Marcus Pasha on. Pasha. He's not really had a huge amount of opportunities because he's our backup centre back. Only really there for if we decide to play 3 at the back, because other than that, he's not going to make an appearance. Filed in York because I think they'll come back for York and Brackley. No, I think filed in York. So if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends. And I will see you in the next one.